I have had a video sitting around for ages that I almost had finished editing. Once again, I'm sorry, the school holidays just really keeps me busy, and I find it difficult to do some of the extra things that I do, like video editing. I'm hoping that the cicadas that have come out on dusk are not too noisy while I'm talking, but it felt like it would be nicer to record a message outside rather than inside. Anyway, as you'll see, this video is before Christmas, so it starts after December when we set up the Christmas tree. It took a little while for us to set up the Christmas tree. Everything has been taking extra time. Christmas time took a while. I like to put my Christmas tree up at the end of November, but it was definitely well and truly into December when I put it up. I really was not feeling well at the start of December, and then every time I had chemo I would not feel well. I also had a little bit of a stretch where I went into, there's a video of me in Brisbane going to get chemo. I'd gone to a show with my daughter and sister and a niece, and I had had the chemo cancelled because, yeah, my blood levels were just a little bit too low. My white blood cells were too low, so I needed to take some extra injections to boost them, and the next week I was right to go. But yeah, that made sense why my energy levels had been low, and then over Christmas, yeah, low energy levels once again, especially with doing so much. And probably that's been part of the problem with school holidays. Of course, I've got kids around and they're doing things as well, but you want to do things with them, and yeah, just one thing and another, it's just busy. So I hope you enjoy the throwback. The children start school tomorrow, 3 of them do, and then the 2 will start on the following day. Yep, so hopefully I will get a little bit more time for video editing, but I have been feeling quite fatigued of late. So anyway, I can do only what I can do, and thanks for coming along for the journey. Right, bye. very fast bubble machine. Oh no, you just scared her. Oh, she's now... Yeah. Look at her stance. Well, today has been a really tough day, just in terms of my pick. Once my port got taken out, I had to get what's called a PICC line, and I have referred to it before, which is kind of like a little catheter into your vein so that you don't need to use my veins. Not using my veins is great. I get very upset, very emotional about using my veins. But my PICC was just a little bit red around where the little tube goes into my vein. And so I had got the dressing changed on Tuesday, and a nurse had told me to keep an eye on it. It's coming up to the weekend, and you all know what I feel about going to ED. So it had just got a little bit of pus and ooze around it. So I went up to the nurses at my hospital to have a look at it. Anyway, they sent a video to what used to be my usual oncologist. Oh, this is really uncomfortable. Hang on. I had to change. I was squatting down. I just couldn't seem to get this camera in the right spot. Hang on. All right, I had my beautiful lilies in the last shot. Just check that my face in the last shot, but it was just an awkward angle. So now I just found some lovely azaleas that are in bloom. So we'll put them in the background as well. But a beautiful garden, but there's like tiers. Can you see there? My garden has lots of tiers to it. And in between all the tiers so if you look here, you can see there's tree to tree, and spiders are all over it a lot of the time. So I just walked through 2 spider webs, even though I only walked a couple of meters, 2 spider webs to change position. And also, I think the last several videos, maybe it was a little while back that you're watching, but I seem to be always wearing this headscarf, which my lovely friend Amanda that I met in a online support group sent it to me. So thanks, Amanda. I really love this one. These ones don't always work as well for me once all my hair falls out, because I just have, there's mosquitoes around. I seem to have a lot of bald patches that peek through. But at the moment it's perfect when I've still got a little bit of hair. It's just very thin. So, and then like if I went out in public, it would just be a little bit too thin, and would show my scalp a lot, and I don't like that look. So yes, I've been wearing the headscarves more at the moment, because I know once I go completely bald, I won't be able to wear them as much. They just slide off my head. So today I went in to get this PICC looked at. They were not wanting really to change it, because you don't want to change PICC dressings too often, because it leads to infection. But you do have to change them, otherwise you get infections. So they sent my regular oncologist a message, but I am in this horrible awkward thing where my regular oncologist sent me to the clinical trial oncologist, who seems to have just taken over my care. But he was going to send me back to my regular oncologist, but found out that he's not local, and he said, well, you really need someone local to see you. But there's been a problem with referrals. So I was on the phone today saying, why has it taken so long for me to get a referral, because now I can't get into the local oncologist even to just have a chat until the 4th of January. And the other thing about that is now I'm going to have to pay $535 for a first appointment, and I'd get about 40% back on Medicare, but at the moment I'm hit the safety net. So if I had seen him this year, I would have got 90% back, which would have been great because I've paid so much money this year. But because Brisbane has mucked up the referrals and taken far too long, Toowoomba couldn't get me in any sooner than that. So now I'm going to have to go down for another 3 weeks to Brisbane to have chemo, which means I would have done 6 trips to Brisbane to do chemo, when the original plan was let's just do chemo here for 1 or 2 weeks and move up to Toowoomba. So then in the meantime, I've always thought that my regular oncologist is sharing my care with my trial oncologist, and I've been booking into Toowoomba with under him, which everybody, like all the admin people, told me would be fine, to get my PIC dressing looked at. And so today, when they had a question, they sent my regular oncologist a message, and he was like, she's not my patient anymore, and didn't reply to the message, like whether it was infected or not. And that made me feel I was really upset, because he's been my oncologist since 2017, and I also felt a bit guilty. I cried in the car afterwards. But I felt a bit guilty because it's been horrible that my clinical trial doctor's just making all these calls about me moving locally, when my regular oncologist actually did work in Toowoomba for a while, and he's always told me that he's had people in mind that he would refer me to when the time comes. But the time's come and I am not talking to him, and so there was no way really, or maybe I should have just rang up and left a message, but there was no way of entirely asking him what his opinion was, and I really wanted to, and I tried to do a Skype with him once and I couldn't. So I'm wondering if he's just like a bit upset with me because I've just dumped him without saying a word, which I can understand that, but it hasn't felt like that, because the thing is, if I wanted to go and have a final appointment with him, it would have cost me probably $180, which I suppose I've got the safety net, so it wouldn't have cost me that. But I don't know, like it just felt like I'd really have to go out of my way. And also he's down in Brisbane, so yeah, and I just couldn't Skype anyway. So it just feels like a really awkward breakup, and I kind of wanted to stay in favour with him, so if I ever need to use him or the Wesley, I can. Anyway, I'll send him a nice letter and a Christmas card and thank him for all that he's done for me, because he's been a wonderful oncologist and I really appreciated him. It just felt very abrupt today, but he was probably busy, and he probably just thought that I'd already signed up with Toowoomba, which I'm not. Like and my Brisbane oncologist can't talk to the Toowoomba hospital because he's not listed as a visiting physician or something. I don't know. He hasn't got visitation rights or something, they said. So he can't talk to the hospital. So I just felt very stranded, and I ended up having to go to my GP to get some antibiotics in case it is an infection. And my, God bless him, at least my GP was like, oh, I can't believe your oncologist did that. So yeah, it was a little bit, it was a bit distressing. And at the moment, when I'm sad, like, I don't know, it just makes my chest hurt a little bit. It's like I've been sad about a friendship a little bit lately, and my chest keeps hurting with that. I'm not somebody who suffers anxiety attacks or anything, but it's been really, there was one night where I got so much chest pain that I wondered whether I needed to ring the doctor, but I just sat down and watched something on TV to take my mind completely off the situation, and it resolved itself, thank goodness. But yeah, that's a new thing for me too. Anyway, thought I'd just document what it felt like, because it just seemed like a big thing at the time. We need a video of this. Hey? Where's the giggles? Where's the giggles? Hey? You had the big smiles before. Where is it?
Hi. What if we do a spin? You'll have a giggle then.
Ready? There we go. We needed some of them for the camera. Didn't we?
What are you doing, Goosey?
Oh, I missed you, Tabby. Wave. Lovely. It's Christmas time in Brisbane. I'm at South Bank and I am off to chemo. I've just left my daughter and my sister and my niece at the Queensland Museum, and I'm walking up to the Mater Hospital. Felt a little bit emotional leaving them there because I'm like, oh, I want to be there doing fun things with them, even though we wouldn't be in Brisbane if it weren't for needing to, today, if it weren't for me needing to do chemo. We came down to watch a Christmas Carol stage performance of it yesterday, the matinee performance. And because I had chemo, we ended up getting an apartment and staying overnight, which has been very lovely, except Emmy's been sick, which probably made me forget to pull out the camera and do any vlogging because I've been so worried about her. She's just been running high temperatures since Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's the 5th day of it. Luckily we were already booked in for the doctor tomorrow, so I'll get him to evaluate her. But yeah, I'm just doing a nice leisurely walk up to the hospital. Just ran into my friend Nathan and his sister, who's also is a friend, Deanna. So that was a nice chance meeting. And yeah, it's a hot day in Brisbane. I think it could be hotter though. Go and get this second cycle started. I think I've already said to you about how disappointed I am to be still doing it in Brisbane. But at the same time, it is nice to be here. Something different. Let's look at the bright side, shall we? Okay. This is me in editing mode because I made the video at the start, and this is what I was referencing when I said I went down and the chemo was cancelled because my white blood cells were too low. So that was when I got into that appointment in Brisbane. It didn't last as long as it should, and we ended up driving home. The other thing, sorry, I just thought I'd do this quickly. It's a little bit wobbly though, sorry. Yeah, the other thing that I should let you know is Imogen had been very sick and went to see the doctor. She got some antibiotics, but she was actually starting to look a bit better that day that we'd seen the doctor. So she did repair herself, but she was quite sick and feeling very poorly for quite a week. So it was, yeah, another thing during the holidays that took a lot of time. And I realised that I'm wearing the same dress and headscarf that I was wearing earlier. And I said I didn't wear this very much once I became bald, which I don't. But my bamboo turbans that I really love are all very, very stretched. And it's also horribly hot at the moment. We're having some heat waves. And this was in my handbag and I just threw it on today. So it was a little bit funny that I was wearing it saying, oh, I don't wear it once I've lost all my hair. And here I am wearing it. But yeah, I still really love this pattern. It's beautiful. This is something that has been giving me joy. These flowers have actually popped up from a previous year that I've done it. What's not giving me joy is the weeds, but all the little flowers I've planted recently, and they've just come up. Just about to water them. Actually, my little Christmas things from Kmart are giving me joy. And I think I've shown you, haven't I? So this is just, once again, I've got more weeds. They've really propped up lately, actually. Another little Christmas things. I've got Christmas things over there, but you can't really, I'm not going to walk close enough. Oh, darn it. Oh, you know what I think about bandicoots? I think the bandicoots are digging my garden. Rotten things. There's Mr. Gingerbread Man. And is that a galah or a cockatoo? I think it's a cockatoo, hey? And get some kids to do it. Because one of the things at the moment is I get really puffed out. So actually I need a bit more of that. Sorry, I was going to go for it. So I get puffed out doing some things. Pulling out the weed, bending over is one that does it. So of course weeding is going to time me out. Here's another little editing explanation. I've just got a little snippet of my support group that I go to. Because I've got a rare cancer, I have not ever met anybody in person with my rare cancer. I have met people online and that has been a great support, but it's sometimes just good to meet with people that are in a similar journey to you. So I have been very kindly included into a breast cancer support group for people women that have some metastasis from breast cancer, but there's a few of us women that just have cancers that have metastasized, and it's really lovely to meet up with them. Most of the people are older in the group, and then there's my gorgeous friend Liz, who's not doing so well at the moment. But yeah, so spot Liz in the pretty white dress. Liz and I go to it, and the older ladies call us the babies of the group, but Liz is by far the baby. Because she's still in her 30s and I'm in my 40s and heading towards 50, and let's pray I make 50, and let's pray Liz makes the rest of her life. Okay, but this was our Christmas breakup at our ABC Advanced Breast Cancer support group when I don't have breast cancer, thymic cancer, but that's all right. Headscarf on, and got the Brisbane cityscape outside. I'm just finishing up my first round. No, how do you say? Just finishing up my first chemo session of my second round. So there's the chemo there, and yeah, it's all gone pretty well, and my white blood cells my neutrophils were back in the normal section, so the injection had done its job. I need to bring another one home today. Into December, and I am definitely wearing the cute little Grinch headscarf that Amanda does. On the way home with Gregory, which is always good for berries.
Hello.
Yep. And it's now, this time next week will be Christmas Day. Whoops. I'll be with extended family from Alex's side, and Greg will be in the Philippines, which he loves going to. And yeah, everything seemed to go well. So yeah, hopefully this week will go pretty well too.
You're like the Christmas decorations. Yes, I think so.
Before when you took a video and the sound was too much. Now I've just got to finish it off. I've got a tinsel around the place. I've finally finished my bunting. So we've got 2 lots of bunting.
Daisy.
Oh, move my chair from my office, so we've got an extra chair out here. Together before I'm finished for the day.
It'll sound
This
better.
room, and I think this room's almost finished. Got my beautiful friend Rachel made me this when the triplets were babies, so that's 12 years old. And then I finished finished my bunting today, so that's my second lot of bunting. Had to stretch along there. It was longer than that, but I wanted to stretch it over to there, but it didn't quite stretch, which is a shame. Anyway, a little bunch of flowers from my beautiful friend Marissa. That's looking great in here, but I don't think they'll be alive for Christmas Day. And our wonderful Christmas tree. And it's got so many decorations because we get the kids to buy, they choose a new one every year. I choose a new one too. Mine are all the brass, yeah, there's Trent who's filming. Mine are mainly all the glass ornaments. I really like this one that I got last year. But that was from Bespoke something or other. This is my first one that I ever bought. My first glass one. I bought that in Canada in Banff at a Christmas shop.
Toby, not now.
Before I was married. So yeah, I've got one lot of tinsel to decide what to do with.
Post your idea in the comments.
Some blue tack from Grandma. Merry
Yahoo!
Christmas.
Thank
We
you.
bought blue tack.
I did actually buy blue tack today too.
A Hungry Jack's glass. It wasn't from Canberra. And she couldn't give me anything else. We're having one. Okay. Now next, for Jaden, he gets a blue lantern. Yeah. Okay, now.
Thanks, Grandma.
Yeah, now Trent. He gets. Wait. Trent, you get a green torch. From Canberra, I think.
It's my last little video editing moment. I just included that cute little clip of Jonty handing out presents. They were just, my mum had gone to Canberra and brought a few tiny things for the children. It was actually, I just thought it was a really nice moment. I had to stop the video because I had Michael Bublé in the background, and I think I would have got infringement from YouTube for that, but hopefully whatever was in the background during that one will be fine. But yes, basically we are in January now. The children have started back at school. I'm trying to catch up on video editing. I hope you don't mind watching about our Christmas in January. You've got to the end, so I'm guessing maybe you're the people that don't mind. So thank you for just being interested in our family. I will try and catch up on videos and update you. For my own update, I am now doing chemotherapy in Toowoomba, which is great. And yeah, have a PET scan soon. We'll see what's happening and how the chemo's been working. So yes, if you want to keep up with what we did over the school holidays and the current state of my cancer journey, please like and subscribe these videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.